Go ahead and call this meeting of the Moberly City Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Lucas.
Here.
Kimmons.
Here.
McEwen.
Here.
Graff.
Here.
Skubik.
Here.
Thank you. Everyone should have had a chance to review a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any changes or questions regarding the agenda? We have a motion for the approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Tonight's agenda has been approved as presented. Also, in your packets for this evening, you should have had the minutes from the last city council meeting. Are there any changes to said minutes? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The minutes were approved as written. Recognition of visitors, Mr. Bogalski.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, tonight we are joined by the friends and family of the new police officers that will be sworn in a little bit and their colleagues at the police department. So welcome to all of them.
Very good. Welcome, everyone. We like to see a crowd here every once in a while, and welcome for coming. And a pretty exciting event for sure. If there's anyone in the crowd that would like to speak to the council, please come up and grab a green card from the clerk. You'll have 4 minutes to do so. We'll address that just a little bit later on in the meeting. But the clerk right here, and put your name and address. And again, you'll have 4 minutes at the end of the meeting. Communications, requests, and informational items. Pretty special presentation that we just mentioned. The administration of oath of office to new police officers. We'll turn that over to Chief Calvert to conduct that.
Good evening. They told me I needed a microphone so the audience online can hear. So I'm Bobby Calvert, the Chief of Police. Most of you know me. Tradition we started is when we have new officers, we'd like to bring them in front of the City Council, introduce them, say thank you to the families for allowing me to work with us. So this evening we have 4 new officers. We have Officer Swindell. He's come to us from the Macon Police Department. He's got a couple years experience. Officer Ginn, Chenoweth, and Rob, they graduated December 11th from the Police Academy in Columbia. All these officers has been working for us. 3 of them are on FTO. Officer Swindell just got off field training, but we'd like to do a ceremonial swearing in. So, would you gentlemen come forward?
Please raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of police officer, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of the state affecting cities of the class to which the city of Moberly belongs, and the ordinances of the city of Moberly, and I will faithfully perform the duties of my office. Congratulations.
And gentlemen, just on behalf of the Moberly City Council, we want to welcome you to the team. This is a place where we definitely respect our police officers, and we try to give you the tools that you need to do your job and do your job right. And so we've got a lot of respect for you guys and admire what you do. So welcome to Moberly and welcome to the team. Appreciate that. Okay. We'll wait for everybody to move on. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on with the council meeting. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a click in the sound system, and we're not exactly sure where that's coming from. So we'll have to work on that and figure that out. So bear with us as we deal with a little bit of technical difficulties. But moving on to number 3, request to hold the Mother's Day Run for Her Life 5K on May 10th, 2026.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we spoke about this at work session at the last meeting. This is a long-time event in Moberly, so staff would recommend approval of this event.
Very good. Any questions from council regarding this event? Hearing none, do we have a motion for the approval?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The Mother's Day Run for Her Life 5K has been approved for May 10th. Public hearing and receipt of bids. Looks like we received bids for Waterworks Lake parking expansion. Looks like we received 4 bids. Entertain a motion to accept those, please.
So moved.
Got a
Second.
motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The bids have been accepted. Also tonight, we do have a consent agenda. On your agenda, you should be items 5 through 8. Items are considered routine and will be adopted with a single vote. Is there any council member that would like to exclude any item for separate consideration? Hearing none, do we have a motion for the reading of the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
Bill number R1947, a resolution authorizing participation in the Missouri Highway Safety Program. Bill number R1948, a resolution authorizing and accepting change orders number 1 and 2 to the Seven Bridges CSO Basin Upgrades contract with Emery Sapp & Sons. Bill number R1949, a resolution authorizing and accepting a change order to the agreement with Bar Engineering Company for the Seven Bridges CSO Basin Upgrade. And bill number R1950, a resolution accepting the bid of Freck Paving Company for the Waterworks Lake parking expansion.
Thank you. Again, these were all items that were discussed in the last work session. Is there a motion for the approval of tonight's consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion regarding the agenda? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Consent agenda has been approved. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. Number 9, an ordinance.
Yes, Mayor, I have an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement for an annual services with the Moberly Community Foundation. Ask that this be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance approving a cooperative agreement for annual services with the Moberly Community Foundation.
Any discussion or questions from council? Hearing none. Second reading, please.
An ordinance approving a cooperative agreement for annual services with the Moberly Community Foundation.
Thank you. Any further discussion or questions? We have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Thank you. The ordinance has been adopted. Number 10, an ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company, and I ask that it be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or questions from anyone on council?
Mayor, I have a question about
Sure.
this, or just something for discussion. First off, I think Stewart Custom Homes does a fine job. Nothing against them or any of the others that have acquired these lots. My question is, what can we put in place so other reputable builders, developers know that these are available? Because, and this has been discussed before. I know we've seen there's a few that are getting a bunch of them, which is great, and they're doing great things with them. Don't get me wrong. I just know there's other reputable builders out there too that would like the opportunity to take advantage of
Sure.
some of these.
So if we open this up for discussion, is there anything that you would like to see as far as any idea that puts this out there a little bit more?
Well, I don't know if it's
I guess the best question would be, how is it put out there at this
Right,
point?
right.
And then work backwards from there.
I think just word of mouth has got quite a bit of it. I know that you're seeing two builders that are frequently in here on a regular basis, but we've probably done infill developments with, I'd say, without looking, 10 plus developers in town or builders in town. So I don't know of any builder in town that has done multiple homes that's not aware of it. And it's like one of those things where it's also not like, okay, we're going to throw these out there. It's a surprise. It's like I get calls multiple times a week from builders. Hey, what do you got available? They come down, pull the list. It's just the names that you see on here frequently are the ones who come down and go, I want those lots today. The other ones were not unaware of them. Just they maybe had other projects. So I don't know if it's.
Well, I think there probably are some that are unaware. And, so I don't know if the word of mouth is really getting around as well as it should. I don't know if it's something that a social media post could be done or something just so that they're aware that they're available.
Would it make any sense, and anybody chime in on this, would it make sense to list these properties out on a website or a piece of our website where we've got these lots available? Would it make sense to do that? Do you think that solves the problem, or?
I think that puts it out there maybe, so it's just a little bit more visible.
And I don't know if that's the answer. I guess it's just one idea.
Yeah.
We can keep them out there. So what we do is when we first get the lots available, before they're ever offered, they have to go through a public proposal. We advertise and have a formal advertisement that says, here are the lots that we have available. So whenever we get, like maybe we've acquired a couple more at tax sale or we've gotten some signed over to us, we put those out and we say, these are lots. The city of Moberly is accepting proposals on these, and those go out and are notified, social media, website. And if we get proposals on those are the ones you see. Sometimes we do get proposals on those. Probably 75% of the time that we don't get any proposals on those lots, those times it kind of has to fall when the developer is ready to build before they're going to jump on it. If they're not ready to move on it, they're not going to sign up for it. That's what we've seen. And then after that, it becomes a first come, first serve once it's went through a public offering like that. But we could set something up, and I can work with Scott and get something on there. I'm putting words in his mouth, but something to where they could remain out there as long as they're available.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
For example, if right now, if I were a builder, where would I go besides call Tom to see the list? Is there anything that's there right now?
It changes all the time. But what we can do is I can, Carla, my assistant, usually has it. Then most of the developers know to call her and get the updated list. And I say most, I'm not all, but probably over half of the ones who are doing work in town are from out of town. So it's not just inside Moberly type thing. But again, I think the best way to do that is as the lots come available and once they've been either promoted or advertised, I can work with Scott and Carla to get that list updated and keep that list out there somewhere on our webpage or something like that on an ongoing basis where people can. It's saved work on her part anyhow because I get calls literally multiple times a week going, hey, what do you got available? So she has to email the list out to them. So that will make it easier anyhow.
I think that'd be a great idea.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think
that
that
way
would.
it's always out there. They know what's available.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, I think the ones that are getting them are doing a fine job, but just make it more transparent to everybody, I guess.
Absolutely. I think it gives everybody a shot. Anybody have anything to add? They want to add to any of that? No. Okay. So I think we're kind of in agreement, obviously, with maybe how we handle it in the future, and there can be some future discussion, on maybe some of the specifics. So I know we're in the middle of approving an ordinance right at the moment, so I believe that we need a second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Right, thank you. The ordinance has been approved. Number 12, an ordinance. Or 11. Number 11, an ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company. I ask that it be read twice for consideration of passage.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Last chance. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Okay, the ordinance has been approved. Number 12, an ordinance.
Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, Missouri Limited Liability Company, and asked to be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Any questions or discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, do we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance?
So moved.
We have a motion?
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Right, the ordinance has been approved. Number 13, an ordinance.
Oh, sorry.
They started to run together.
You woke me up. Yes, Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company. Asked to be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Last chance. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Thank you. The ordinance has been approved. Number 14, an ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company, and I ask that it be read twice for consideration.
We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Any questions from council? Hearing none, second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Last chance. Any discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Thank you. The ordinance has been approved. Number 15, an ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have an ordinance authorizing cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri Limited Liability Company, and I ask that it be read twice for consideration and passage.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Thank you. Any discussion from council? Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing a cooperative agreement for infill development with Stewart Custom Homes LLC, a Missouri limited liability company.
Last chance. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
McEwen,
Yes.
Graff,
Yes.
Skubic.
Yes.
The ordinance has been approved. I'm going to throw you off here. Number 16, an ordinance.
Mayor, I have an ordinance amending Chapter 40, Article 7, Division 1 by adopting a new section 40-465, establishing downtown parking district limits. It has to be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance amending Chapter 40, Article 7, Division 1 by adopting a new Section 40-465, establishing downtown parking district limits.
Thank you. Any discussion from council? Hearing none. Second reading, please.
An ordinance amending Chapter 40, Article 7, Division 1 by adopting a new Section 40-465, establishing downtown parking district limits.
Any further discussion or questions? We have a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
McEwen,
Yes.
Graff,
Yes.
Skubic.
Yes.
The ordinance has been approved. Number 17, an ordinance.
Yes, Mayor, I have an ordinance amending section 42-28 of the Moberly City Code by adopting a new subsection 13 related to utility building rounding policy. I ask that this be read twice for consideration.
Thank you. We have a motion for the reading of the ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First reading, please.
An ordinance amending Section 42-28 of the Moberly City Code by adopting a new subsection 13 relating to a utility billing rounding policy.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion from council? Hearing none. Second reading, please.
An ordinance amending Section 42-28 of the Moberly City Code by adopting a new subsection 13 relating to a utility billing rounding policy.
Thank you. Any further questions? Hearing none, I entertain a motion for the approval of the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas,
Yes.
Kimmons,
Yes.
McEwen,
Yes.
Graff,
Yes.
Skubic.
Yes.
Thank you. The ordinance has been approved. Number 18, a resolution.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have a resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between January 15th and January 29th, 2026 in the amount of $428,519.88. And I ask that it be read once for consideration.
We have a motion for the reading of the resolution. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. First and only reading, please.
A resolution appropriating money out of the treasury of the city of Moberly, Missouri to pay expenses due between January 15, 2026 and January 29, 2026 in the amount of $428,519.88.
Thank you. I hereby certify that there's sufficient money standing to the credit of the city of Moberly, Missouri, unappropriated in the funds identified in this resolution to meet the requirements of this resolution. City Treasurer Allison Boyd. Any further discussion on number 18? We have a motion for the approval of the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Resolution has been approved. Okay. We moved right through that pretty quick. Anything else to come before the council? Is there anyone that would like to come up and speak to the council? Looks like all of our spectators left, but one. So I guess we don't have anybody tonight. Okay. Anybody have anything they want to add or discuss? No? Okay. Then we'll consider a motion to adjourn to a work session followed by a closed session to discuss the status of negotiated contract matters.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Roll call, please.
Lucas?
Yes.
Kimmons?
Yes.
McEwen?
Yes.
Graff?
Yes.
Skubic?
Yes.
Okay. We are adjourned from city council meeting. We will move right into our work session. Wasting no time. Number one, receipt of bids for Moberly Parks and Recreation 26-27 contract mowing.
When we initially bid this out, we anticipated the bids would come in closer to the prior two-year rounds. They came in at where they came in, it would be over the 30,000 threshold and trigger the sealed bid process. So we rebid it for that reason and to correct a couple of informational pieces. So in your packet is actually the wrong bid tab. That's from the first round. I emailed just before the meeting the corrected bid tab. But Ozark Shield is the lowest overall bidder for $625 per week, or per mowing, I should say. There's variability, of course. Sometimes in the summer you might go 2 weeks between mowings, and same with early spring and late fall. But it's $625 per mowing, and again, that's at the 8 different properties noted in the bid tab.
Is that a group that we've used before?
It is not. So the last 4 years, so the last 2 rounds, it was Scott Wetmore. He's out of the Fayette area. He's got enough business that he's looking to stay closer to home. And before him we've had a few others, Cribbs and Gats over the years. So this is a new one. They do have good references. They are local.
Good, good. We like the local part. Any questions for Mr. Bach regarding the bids? I did have to do one of these names, For the Love of Grass. That's got to be one of the most creative business names I've ever heard.
There are a lot of creative names.
I love it. I love it. Okay, with no questions or discussion from council, any objection to moving this one forward to the next council meeting? Okay, we will move this one forward. Number 2, 2026 fireworks agreement with J&M Displays.
So as you recall, we're in a couple years ago in 2024, we bid out, we received proposals, I should say, on a 5-year basis. So we're midway through that. J&M was given that. On their normal 5-year plan, it would take up approximately $800 to $1,000 per year. We're looking to step it up this year to $35,000 because of the nation's 250th and Moberly's 160th. So long story short, this proposal reflects that. We do have some donations coming in, and we're hoping for additional donations to fill that gap. And we believe we'll get those. But anyway, that's the reason for that cost increase over the initial plan, which would have had us just over $30,000.
What is the, do they guarantee a time frame, or do they guarantee so many shots? Is that how they price it?
Yeah, so when we bid that out, we requested we restricted them to a percentage of certain shots. So I think it was not more than 10%, if I recall correctly, could be cakes and things of that nature, because a lot of companies like to ratchet up their shell count using cakes. So this is going to be overwhelmingly the larger shells. There is always a few cakes spread throughout the show, but so it wasn't a rigid, we want 2,000 shells. So in year to year, the market fluctuates. So tariffs and things of that nature have been a cost factor. And so $35,000, we think we can slightly step up the show over last year because of those 2 milestones for Moberly and for the nation. Their proposal has just over 2,100 shell count currently. As over the next couple of months, we have to pay by April. We'll continue to negotiate the details of that proposal with them depending on market conditions. And we always they get novelty shots and things of that nature to add some new novelty to each show. And so sometimes we switch out shells prior.
Yeah, interesting. Learn a little bit about how our fireworks show works tonight. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Bach?
Yeah, real quick, Mayor.
Yep.
The 15% loyalty program, Troy, what is that?
Sure. Because we've been a long-term customer, I think 30 to 40 years, This only requires typically a 5-year commitment, but that's an additional bonus product that they provide in the show.
Okay, so it has 5, 10, or 15%, and because of our length with them, we get the 15.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any objections to moving this one forward? Okay, we'll move this one forward to the next council meeting. Number 3, a request from Nikki Sonker to host the annual Unfinished Pieces 5K on April 4th, 2026.
This is routine. We've been hosting them for, I would guess, close to a decade now. They're always in April. Again, it's to benefit unfinished pieces, those with various physical or cognitive disabilities, and we recommend approval. There's no conflict with other events or things of that nature. This is one of the 4 I believe it's 4 that's on the road due to the size of the 5K.
Okay. Any questions? Any objections to moving this one forward? Okay, we will move this one forward to the next council meeting. Number 4, request from Stewart Custom Homes LLC for city properties to build infill housing.
You may not recognize these names, but three structures up. You see the Hurley Street, Taylor, and Roberts address. Those are all locations that that he's got proposals for that we think will work there. So staff recommends moving those forward.
I'm just curious, and not anything specific, but how long did these lots sit there before they were scooped up? Are these lots that had been there quite some time, or are
It
these?
fluctuates. I mean, I could provide that for you. I don't have that off the cuff. I mean, I don't think Hurley. Let's see. I think they've been on there a little while, but I mean, it's not like they've just popped on there. I mean,
Right.
they're not coming on and going
Gotcha.
off. I mean, I've got some like on Franklin and other places like that that have been on there for a couple of years now. So.
Sure. Okay. Any questions for Mr. Sander? No. Any objection to moving this one forward? Okay. Move that one forward to the next council meeting. Number 5, new residential builders packet.
So I've got Don Hendricks in here, and so we have messed around with having a builder's pack for a year for residential. What happens is, house plans, when I first started here, they'd come in on a hand-drawn scale on some houses, and we do require, plans now, but they're not as extensive as we need to have them. We've struggled with trying to find something that's not going to be cost prohibitive for builders. So Don can talk to you in more detail if you want that, on what we're going to be requiring, but everything in the builder's pack will be something that a contractor can put together for us without having to go to an architect. And, like as far as foundation design, because if you have a set of plans you buy for Florida, they're going to have different foundation plans than, we're going to have for Missouri because of frost depths and stuff like that. So, I mean, the fluctuations, we need a little more information. And so that builder's pack. And so I know Don has met with several of the builders already and kind of went through it, and they were a little bit apprehensive initially, but I think that, once they understand it's not going to be overly burdensome and they need that information to build the house anyhow, it'll be well accepted.
I would be curious just to understand what some of the pushback from some of the contractors is. And it doesn't have to go into big detail, but I've received a couple of calls, regarding, some of this. And I'm just kind of curious where some of their, I guess, disagreements are. Is it
Kind of let Don
specific
answer that.
areas?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure what
absolutely.
spot-
Absolutely, yeah.
Sure. To be honest with you, I didn't really receive much pushback when I presented this couple contractors. So if there is pushback, I am unaware of it.
Okay.
But I'm more than happy to answer any questions that those
Sure.
contractors might have.
This had to do with electrical, and I'll get you the details. I don't have the details right in front of me, but it had to do with some electrical things. So I'll present that to you this week sometime and get over and see how you respond to it. But I was just curious if there was, you had mentioned that some of them weren't quite going along with it in the beginning. So I was just curious what some of the things were that they didn't like.
Yeah, overall, the response that I received so far from a handful of the contractors I've been able to meet with is that they do like the idea that all the criteria is presented that they need to build to, what they can expect throughout the process of between applying for a permit application all the way to the inspection process and the certificate of occupancy process that they really liked.
Good, good. Did you have a
Yes,
question?
Mayor, I have one question. Don, so in the packet it mentioned where you've got this set up to where they can provide drawings and this information with minimal effort. What does that look like? I mean, what has been set up to assist them?
So to be specific, this is a residential application process. The commercial process would be coming later. Typically with residential compared to commercial, commercial is very extensive, very detailed drawings. Everything from your electrical, plumbing, mechanical, any criterion or Cat 5 wiring, everything is identified in commercial drawings. With residential, we scale that down to a very simplified set of drawings where typically we want to make sure that your foundation meets our code requirements because, for example, the state of Missouri has 3 different frost depth locations that they have to adhere to. This presents that in effort to make sure that that is included in those drawings. From there, you have your construction methods for your stick framing, and then along with electrical and plumbing. The plumbing and electrical is very simple. It doesn't go into very much detail. It's just we like to know where the light fixtures are going to be, make sure they're not going to interfere with plumbing fixtures, anything of that sort, as well as we do want location of the electrical panel. Obviously, electrical panels can't go into bathrooms, anything like that. So if you have an owner builder who's never done this before, this gives them a very good, clear cut what to expect to present those drawings. And then if there's any issues with those drawings, then that's my place to go back and say, okay, here's where this needs to be relocated to.
One thing that I think this will help more than anything is we have a lot of situations now where things occur that shouldn't, and then we're having to put the genie back in the bottle. This will allow us to look at it up front where he can review this and say, no, that's not going to work, so we can identify it ahead of time so it's not like changing the game on them or that feeling of that while they're in the middle of construction. It's like they know going in what the circumstances are going to be.
Do you have a question? Do you have a question? One of the reasons that I asked some of those questions as far as what their disagreements were is I fear sometimes that I just don't want to get to a place where it's so cumbersome to build here, or we have to go through so much to build here that we're discouraging folks from building here. I don't think we're there, and that's not why I'm asking the question. But I just wanted to as far as their disagreements and what they were saying, that's why I wanted to know that information. So that's
100%.
always
That
top
was
of the mind.
That was a main goal.
Yeah.
This is we have a good thing going as far as development and housing, and we don't want to see that
Absolutely.
stop.
Absolutely.
Again, this is just information that they have to have. And again, I think the big thing, the pushback that we heard initially was, I'm going to have to go to an architect and it's going to cost me thousands of dollars to have these plans drawn. And that's why we said we'll do it in a format where the contractor can draw it up themselves
Sure.
and provide that information. Takes a little time, but it's something they'd have to lay out anyhow. I mean, they can't go out there and lay out the electrical without having a plan or some kind of concept first anyhow. So it's just taking that information they're going to have to put together, providing that up front.
Very good. Sounds like a plan. Thank you for answering our questions.
No problem.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any objections to moving this one forward? Okay, we will move this one forward to the next council meeting. Number 6, an ordinance amending Chapter 10, Buildings and Construction, Article 1 by adopting new Section 10-12 relating to carports.
This was just, Don, I guess you can answer that as well, but it's simplifying things. We go ahead and I'll let him run through it. He's put together for us.
So one of the problems that we see with the carports here is that they meet the requirement for construction with a 200 square feet or more. So if you have a 20-foot long carport, you're going to run into that problem. But what the attempt is here to do is to garnish that process for the permit, make it a real low, inexpensive permit so that it's not based on the square footage aspects, because a 200 square foot structure that's a full stick frame build with windows, doors, everything like that, that's obviously going to cost more. Since right now our criteria is based off that 200 square foot, if someone is trying to build a carport and they're just using a kit that costs them $1,000, then the evaluation based on that is extremely high compared to what they're actually spending. So this is an attempt to make it more cost effective, but still have that inspection process there, that so we can make sure that it's framed properly, it's anchored properly, so that when during the season of high winds, possible tornadoes, we don't have sails going across the neighborhood.
So I didn't really quite understand this when I read it. So it's an additional permit that you're gathering. Am I understanding that correctly? No?
No, same build permit. It's just that we're classifying it differently in terms of rather than issue the permit on a scale of the 200 square foot scale that with that evaluation that would normally be higher, where we want to give an opportunity for these permits to be less expensive so that it's easier to capture them and then make it more effective to get compliance with the community to come in and get these inspections done. Because right now, driving in the neighborhood, I'm seeing a lot of carports have been erected. They weren't issued permits. People kind of circumnavigated it because they didn't want the expense. So what this does is make sure that we can try and capture, we're not going to be perfect, but we're going to try and capture more of those that have been assembled and put in place so that, and make sure they go through the inspection process to go ahead and make sure they're anchored properly. So like I said, they don't become wind sails.
Very good. Very good. So any additional questions? Any objections to moving this one forward? Okay, we'll move this one forward. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, moving on. Number 7, report of the Director of Community Development for demolition charges for 819 Greeley Street.
And my computer's acting up, so I can't read the number here off the top of my head. Let's see. All right, there we go. So this is right, cleanup charges for $1,999 on that location. So we did all the abatement and haul out of materials on that property.
Any questions for Mr. Sanders on this one? Nope. Okay, any objection to moving this one forward? Okay. Number 8, report of Director of Community Development for demolition charges for 816 Greeley Street.
Yep, so that's right across the street from it. That had a lot of debris and brush and materials that we hauled out of there. Same kind of thing. Both of them were in that area. We were doing the abatement, so got them knocked out. You can see that one for $1,675.
These are 2 of the less expensive ones we've seen for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Any objection to moving this one forward? Okay, we will move this one forward to the next council meeting. Number 9, consideration of an appointment to the Moberly Tourism Advisory Commission.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mark Fisher was on the Tourism Advisory Board and has resigned his position as he's relocating out of town. We did put out advertisement for this position and received 1 application from Ms. Heather Clevenger, and that application is included in your packet for your consideration.
Very good. How do you folks feel about moving Ms. Clevenger on to the council meeting? Is everyone okay with that? I feel like she would be a good one that would participate and be involved for sure. So I think that would be a good one. So no objection? Okay, we'll move that one on to the next council meeting as well. Okay, number 10, an ordinance authorizing the city manager of Moberly, Missouri to execute a cooperative agreement with Car Cruise Events at the Fennel Complex with Moberly Area Chamber of Commerce and the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this is a three-party agreement with the Chamber of Commerce for the car cruises. So what the agreement stipulates is that the Chamber of Commerce plans the car cruises, the Community Improvement District furnishes marketing funds, and the city allows the use of the Fennel for the event. So,
very good. Any questions? Nope. Any objection to moving this one forward? Okay. We will move this one forward to the next council meeting as well. And number 11, an ordinance authorizing a 4th addendum to a certain intergovernmental cooperative agreement for operation of a farmer's market with the Randolph County Health Department and the Downtown Moberly Community Improvement District.
same idea with this cooperative agreement, but this one is with the Health Department for the farmers market. So in this one, again, the city is offering up the Fennel Complex and the CID is paying for some marketing assistance for the farmers market. It's really grown in popularity. The Health Department's really done an excellent job with it. So.
Good, good. Any questions from anyone on council? Nope. Any objection to moving this one forward? Okay, we will move this one forward. I think that does it for our work session. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. We are adjourned from work session. Thank you all for coming.